Hi everyone, welcome back to Dash of Annie. Today I'm going to show you how to upgrade your ramen from a boring bowl of noodles to something that's healthier, tastier, and a lot more filling. The ramen I'm making today uses pork and eggs for protein and some fresh vegetables and toppings. Let's start by marinating a pork loin. For the marinade, you'll need sesame oil, soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, fish sauce, ginger, and garlic. Start by peeling 2 cloves of garlic and mincing them finely. Next, slice 1 pork loin into thin strips. If you don't eat pork, you can use chicken, beef, or tofu. The marinade we're making will taste good with any protein of your choice. For the pork marinade, mix together 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of rice wine vinegar, a half teaspoon of fish sauce, 1 teaspoon of ginger, and the minced garlic. I also thought I'd add some freshly cracked pepper to the marinade. Add your sliced protein to the marinade and make sure all sides are coated. Cover the bowl and place it in the fridge for at least half an hour. Next, let's prep our toppings. I'm using bok choy, carrots, red cabbage, eggs, sesame seeds, chives, and nori. If you decide to use bok choy in your ramen, I suggest buying baby bok choy so it fits nicely in your bowl and it can cook better in the broth. Remove the bottom and peel off the stems if they're large like this one. I like to give each stem an extra rinse to remove any dirt that was trapped at the bottom. Peel a large carrot and slice it into thirds. You can slice your carrot into small matchsticks or use a peeler to peel off thin strips. The strips will cook more in the broth, or the matchsticks will give your ramen a nice crunch. Remove the outer leaves from a small red cabbage. Remove the bottom and then slice it in half. Remove the core, then slice it into thin strips. Slice a few chives into small pieces. I grew these chives in my herb garden this summer, and I love how fresh and fragrant they are. Slice off a strip of nori, then slice that strip into very thin pieces. I find it easier to use some kitchen scissors to cut these pieces. Next, let's soft boil our eggs. Bring a small pot of water to a boil. Make sure there's enough water to cover the eggs. Once the water is boiling, add your eggs in with a spoon. Let the eggs cook in the boiling water for 6 to 7 minutes if you want the yolk to be runny. When the eggs are done, remove them from the pot with a slotted spoon and place them into a bowl of ice water. The ice water will stop the cooking process. After a few minutes, remove the shell from the eggs and set them aside. Our last step is to make the broth and noodles. I'm using chicken broth, garlic salt, minced ginger, and beef flavored noodles. The noodles I'm using called for 2 cups of water, so I added 1 cup of broth and 1 cup of water per packet of noodles. You can also use beef or vegetable broth depending on your preference. Add 1 teaspoon of garlic salt and 1 teaspoon of minced ginger, then give it a stir. While you bring the broth to a boil, you can quickly cook up your marinated pork in a bit of canola oil. Let them fry for a few minutes on each side until golden and cooked through. Remove it from the pan and set aside. Once your broth begins to boil, add your noodles and let them cook for the recommended time on the packet. Add in the packet seasoning and give it a good stir. Pour the noodles and broth into a large bowl. Add your vegetables, protein, and toppings and serve immediately. And now you have delicious upgraded instant ramen. If you're a huge ramen fan, let me know what your favorite ramen toppings are in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.